Hi, I'm Dr. Ken Erickson, developer of the ProMaker method and creator of the Step Up to Ultimate Performance. I get asked a lot of times by swimmers why it is that they're constantly suffering from shoulder problems. And every swimmer seems to know the term rotator cuff, but it's something that's kind of thrown out there. So I want to kind of clear up some things about that as well. The rotator cuff is actually a muscle complex of 4 different muscles that help to stabilize the shoulder joint. The shoulder is very complex. It's actually made up of a number of different bones and almost more than a dozen muscles that help to achieve the goals that you're asking of it, especially in swimmers. And what you find is when you don't have the proper stability at the deepest, most core level of the shoulder, nothing else can work properly. It doesn't really make any sense. If you can have the high performance car, but if the steering wheel is not actually attached to the wheels, you're not going to get anywhere. In fact, you're probably going to crash pretty darn quick. So the rotator cuff is critical. Problem is, most people think the rotator cuff is too weak. They do exercise after exercise after exercise to strengthen up the rotator cuff muscles. Unfortunately, that's not really what the problem is. That'd actually be a pretty simple fix. Problem with a lot of swimmers is the highly repetitive nature of their swimming always uses the shoulders, always causes damage to the muscles of the shoulders, which always leads to scar tissue. And that scar tissue binds up the muscles, making them both weaker and tighter. We call it a tightness weakness, because if you can't shorten the muscle, it's weak. If you can't lengthen the muscle, it's tight. And unfortunately, that tends to really impact performance, and it causes you to adapt in different ways, which then leads to sports injuries. So if you want to both enhance your athletic performance of swimming and avoid sports injuries, you want to make sure you maintain good flexibility actually of the rotator cuff muscles. And unfortunately, stretching them with traditional techniques isn't very effective, which is why I created the Step Up to Ultimate Performance method, which is a great way for breaking up this scar tissue within your body using just your hands and very simple body movements. May not be the most comfortable thing you'll do for yourself, but it's going to provide some serious performance gains, and it's a great way to prevent injury. So follow me here on the ProMaker Performance Academy, and we'll get you to learn that technique and be able to do that on yourself and make some just amazing results. So I'll see you at the Academy.